Sometimes the most amazing, most powerful stories pop up in the places you'd least expect. Today, we're diving into this short, really charming story about a local contest, and what we're going to do is see how this simple little tale is a perfect, and I mean perfect, example of one of the oldest storytelling blueprints out there, the hero's journey. Our story kicks off right here. One day, there was a support team who would care for people in Colwyn Bay, Llandudno, and Abergele. I just love that. It immediately sets a scene that feels so normal, so everyday, but you can already feel there's something more just waiting to happen. It's the perfect place to start.
So, that's our mission for today. We're going to pull this story apart, piece by piece, and show you exactly how it lines up with that classic hero's journey model. Get ready, because you're about to see how a knobby knees contest can have all the drama and triumph of a grand mythic quest.
All right, and so our journey begins. You see, every hero's journey has to start in an ordinary world, and that's exactly where we find our support team. But then, of course, something has to happen that calls them to adventure.
Okay, so here are the basics. We've got our location, these 3 towns. We've got our hero, which in this case is a whole team. And we have the event that acts as their call to adventure, the Knobbly Knees contest, right? They don't have to go slay a dragon. They have to face a challenge that's maybe a little more relatable.
So who exactly are these heroes? A hero can be one person, sure, but sometimes it's a group. Let's meet the individuals who are about to step up and face this big trial together. Now this is where the detail is just fantastic. You've got Chris, Captain Smiley, just smiling away. You've got Debbie, the duck, who is literally quacking. Sally and Blessing are lassing. But look a little closer at Sebastian, Greg, and Haley B. Even with all the singing and smiling, you can feel this tension, this anxiety bubbling just beneath the surface. And this, right here, is the key. This is their first big monster to fight. And it's not some external force, it's internal. The source just puts it out there, plain and simple. Their knees were shaking. This shared fear is the first real test they have to face as a team.
Every hero's journey has that moment of truth, that gatekeeper they have to get past. For our team, that moment shows up in the form of the contest judge.
And here she is, Joanne Lumbley. The fate of our team rests entirely in her hands. She is the great test, the big challenge our heroes have to overcome if they're going to complete this journey.
Oof. And there it is, the crisis moment. The judge is not buying it. She can see their fear, she senses those shaking knees, and she declares that something wasn't right. This is it. This is their lowest point. It really looks like their adventure might just end in failure. But then, something totally unexpected happens.
In a lot of these hero stories, right when things look their worst, the hero gets some kind of supernatural aid, a magic sword, a piece of wise advice, something that helps them overcome the odds. Well, in our story, that aid comes from a very 90s source.
That's right, the Spice Girls. Just when all seems lost, the song Stop starts playing. This is the catalyst. This is that supernatural aid that gives our heroes the power to finally face down their fear.
And just look at this transformation. It's absolutely night and day. On one side, you have shaky knees and praying, and on the other, dancing and singing and getting on down. The music didn't just lift their spirits, it fundamentally changed how they were showing up. They found their courage.
And what's so beautiful about this moment is that the victory isn't just theirs. The text says everybody who they support was there dancing. That moment of personal triumph instantly explodes into this moment of pure shared community joy. Everybody's in on it.
So, they've faced their trial. They've seized their reward, which wasn't some trophy, but this incredible shared experience of joy. Now, it's time for our heroes to head home. This is what we call the road back.
And their return is sealed with this amazing validation from Tina James. This is their reward, spoken out loud. She doesn't say, hey, you won the contest. She says, you are fantastic. She's recognizing their character, their spirit. That's the real prize.
And check out how they get home. It's not just a normal commute. No, they get on a magic bus, and Tina sprinkles magic dust. This is all pure symbolism, right? It's telling us they are not coming back as the same people who left. They are bringing a little bit of that magic back with them.
In the hero's journey, this final step is called the return with the elixir. The elixir is the treasure, the lesson, the magic that the hero brings back to their ordinary world to share. For our team, that elixir is this renewed spirit. They faced their fear, they found joy, and now they get to bring that energy back to the people they support every single day.
And really, I think this story just proves that epic journeys aren't only in ancient myths or blockbuster movies. They're happening all around us, all the time, in these small, amazing acts of courage and community. So the real question it leaves you with is, what everyday hero's journey is playing out right now, just outside your door?